Hello, hello!
Hi, Lou. Howdy.
Yeah.
What's up?
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
We're out here.
Yeah.
Just got back from the dead.
Yeah.
I basically just came back from the dead. I was in New York.
You were in Hades, I heard.
Yeah, I was. I was in Hades. It was awesome.
But not the good one.
What's the good one?
Well, Minotaur Hotel, obviously.
Oh, you know. I like this one too. This one's a musical though. It's very good. Andre DeShields made eye contact with me.
But like Minotaur Hotel the musical when?
What would that be like?
I don't know. It would probably be like a 50-hour musical with
my
no
God.
stops. All music.
Like,
no dialogue.
Because you'd have to pick one route. And you would have to trim all the fat.
Yeah.
Which realistically, how much of Minotaur Hotel is just like fat that you could do away with?
If you chose like one route, you could trim it down. The problem is there's so many variants on scenes that it's like that's the main thing. So if you choose just like one straightforward path, and by that I mean you trim it all down to just scenes of storm. Yeah, then we got the perfect adaptation.
But what about the other Minotaur?
Who? we got Storm.
Ooh, spicy. I mean, to be fair, we do have Storm.
Storm's pretty good.
It's pretty cool.
Storm's pretty good.
He's a good
So
lad.
how many backflips did you do in New York?
None backflips. I wasn't really in the backflipping zone. The weather was super nice. I was super surprised. It was lovely.
It is the spring, you know.
Yeah.
People say that's the nicest time of year.
Well, today was abysmal.
I would say it's the most wasp time of year.
The wasp time of year.
Yeah.
Man, that was one thing about being like in the city. No bugs.
Of course not. They can't live.
It was so nice. Oh my God.
All the smog.
The allure of the city just for that sole reason became very apparent to me. No fucking bees or wasps or shit like that to deal with, bro. It was so nice. Man, I was gonna tell a story while I was up there. And now I can't think of which story it was.
Fucking shit, Darian. Fucking write it down. Give yourself a note. Like
I've been considering keeping like a notebook and writing utensil on me at all times because I do this shit all the time and I need to remember stuff.
Just
like,
have a shitty journal and be like head empty, and that's the only thing written in the entire journal.
Yeah, it just says head empty. Damn, what was I gonna... I'm trying to... Fuck. I mean, because really the big thing that took up all of my brain space about the trip was going to see the musical. Because it was the best musical I've ever seen. And I've seen a couple.
I've seen like 2 musicals. This one's the best.
I've seen a couple, and this one is the best. But
is it better than 1776?
Yes.
How dare you?
Better than Hamilton.
There's a lot of things better than
There's Hamilton. A lot of things better than Hamilton.
And I confidently say that without watching Hamilton.
See, okay, see. In order for you to really like so, because I listened, I watched it on Disney Plus. I listened to the soundtrack for probably a good 2 months afterward, just like really getting a feel for it, right?
Yeah.
There's some really good songs. Truthfully, Lynn can write some good songs.
I don't believe, as someone who has not listened to anything of Hamilton, I don't believe you.
Now, see, I completely understand.
I've watched Moana.
Why you would say that. I understand what. Again, I understand
Not
why
a
you would say
single
that.
listenable song.
I mean, the flashback one's pretty listenable.
That's fine, and you know it.
Is fine better or worse than listenable?
I guess it's better, but we're grading on a curve at that point.
That's true. But no, for Hamilton, like, you just really have to be okay with the Lin-Manuelisms. Like, truthfully.
Also, every song is like, what is it? Thank You and Surface Pressure.
Yeah.
Is that the flavor of Lin-Manuel we're getting? Like, more surface pressure, less waiting for a miracle?
Much less waiting. Yeah, waiting for a miracle.
That doesn't sound like a
No.
Lin-Manuel song.
That was
That's
such
an anomaly.
a departure from his usual stuff. Like, truthfully, I mean, the man can write a flow. He truthfully can. He can string a lot of words together, and it can go along with the music.
It's like
sure.
saying I can string a lot of words together. I can.
But
I am saying words right now.
You notice the way you notice the things he does in all of his stuff, which that's not inherently a bad thing. But I don't listen to Phantom of the Opera and Cats and feel like they are the same, but they are by the same man.
Yeah.
That was my phone.
Yeah, but I realized I didn't have my phone on me.
Oh,
so
fair enough. But no, so it's just kind of old Lenny Boy, and I haven't listened to In the Heights, which is his first musical that he made. But
is that what made him big?
Recently got a movie. No, I think Hamilton made him big. But In the Heights actually it did do very well.
Okay.
But I should probably stop talking about this. If I think about my story from New York, I'll tell it. But that's if I think about it. But
okay.
I should probably stop.
I hurry over to the other side of the bed, where I find my wolf splayed out on the floor, a wine bottle next to his head, only in his underwear.
Oh, he is here.
Yeah. He's clearly asleep or passed out, muzzle hanging wide open as another thunderous snore shakes the room. Amicus! I crouch down next to him, resting a hand on his chest, trying to shake him awake. His only response is a few more broken snorts, before drooling out the side of his muzzle. I switch to patting on his face, and then grabbing his muzzle and shaking it around. Okay. Noticing how crusty the fur is something I've never felt on Amicus before.
You could do the thing like from this one video where this dog's like sitting there like panting, and the guy's like, "What do you want?" And then you go. He like sticks his hand in the dog's mouth. It's really funny. You should do that with Amicus.
No. No, don't give people ASMR.
Yeah, it's kind of a really not good sound I just made. I'm sorry.
People are gonna clip that and they're gonna be like, "This is this is the legacy of Darian."
No, there's already too many. There's already too many things that I don't need being my legacy.
Okay, Amicus. I consider slapping him like I've seen people do in the movies, and then I see the bottle next to his head and decide to go for another approach.
You gonna splash him?
I snatch up and hurry to the bathroom. I hold the bottle under the faucet for a good 5 seconds, letting it fill up with soapy water. Why is it soapy?
Doesn't it come out soapy automatically so that you don't have to?
Oh, right, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Why not?
No.
It saves you from having to like have an extra container for liquid soap or using a bar. Or see, what could really work is if it sprays out soapy for the first like 3 seconds for you to wash your hands, and then switches to regular water to rinse off the soap.
I like the experience of having the second like nozzle.
Why? It's not important. It just saves you time. You don't need your bathroom experience to be a memorable one every time.
Says you.
Oh
Look,
my
Darian,
God.
every moment is a blessing. So why don't we make every experience a blessing?
if I'm experiencing a blessing and then have to stop that blessing to go to the bathroom, I want to be in and out of the bathroom as quickly as possible, but I don't want to not wash my hands.
And use hand sanitizer.
It's not the same. What if you piss on your hands? I don't piss on my hands. But what if you do?
That sounds like a you problem at that point. That's not the world's problem. That's not the blessings problem.
That's all. Yeah, that is not the blessings problem.
That's a you problem. To the halfway point before I hurry back out into the room. Meanwhile, Calm doesn't seem to notice me, droning on about how his particular emperor was known for having a fondness of orchids. I said that right. Or
yeah,
orchids. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. I kind of just said a word and didn't like. That was a word, but I don't know if that was the correct one. That was really
good. You just went with it, and it was the right one. You got to trust yourself, Josh.
No. Trust no one, not even yourself.
Not even no one.
I crouch down next to Amicus again, hesitating for a second as I wonder if maybe I should call Kato. Probably not Kato. Nephew, maybe. Just in case Amicus is really in trouble. I don't know how much a wolf can drink before it can kill him, but the sheer amount of bottles lying around the room worries me. I decide to just go ahead with my plan and upend the bottle over Amicus's face. It pours directly into his nose, and he immediately chokes, turning his head this way and that, this way and that to avoid the stream of the bubbly water. I have a moment to wonder if drowning him is the best approach before he suddenly sits up, paws on his face.
Waterboard this man.
Right?
Gah!
The wolf covers his eyes, and it's only then that I realize how irritating the soap must be for them.
You fucking idiot, Marco.
Shit, sorry. Should I get some water from the shower so you can rinse your eyes out? See, that just sounds like
what?
That's so...
What?
I don't know. The whole soapy water thing, I don't like it. It seems more inconvenient than anything else.
I suppose.
Because now that's just soapy water. You can't use that water for anything else.
I mean, what else are you really going to use the water from the sink bathroom?
I don't know, for plants. I use faucet water for plants.
From the bathroom? Though?
What's the difference between the faucet in the bathroom and any other faucet in the house?
Well, like, I mean, look, so you have to think. It's soapy water in the bathroom because that is where you're going to use soapy water.
Yeah.
Period, you know?
Yeah.
If you're going to water your plants, go to the kitchen with regular water.
The bathroom is closer to where the plants are than the kitchen. The kitchen's on a different floor.
Sucks to suck then. Scoop it out of the toilet. I don't care. There's other water. The sink in the bathroom is for washing your hands after using the bathroom.
Yeah, now it's not as multi-purpose. That just seems worse inherently.
It's not meant to be multi-purpose. It's there for one purpose.
It should be multi-purpose. Like, it's now less optimized. Like,
no, the point is for it to be optimized so that you get in, do your business, wash your hands, holding your hands under one stream of water instead of water.
But now soap, I can't use it for different things. It's not as dynamic of.
But it doesn't need to be dynamic. It's for one thing. It's streamlined, optimized for one
Why
thing.
would you just use the faucet for the one thing?
Because you don't typically use it in the bathroom for other things, John.
You can use. I use the to fill up my humidifier.
That's you, not the general populace. Most people do not go and use the bathroom sink for much else. Well, okay, never mind. I'm rescinding just about everything I said.
Yeah, fuck you.
Because you have to brush your teeth. And...
See.
I take it all back. I didn't think about my own argument until I did.
Oh my god. Amicus freezes, still covering his face, then slowly lowers his paws to reveal his blurry, bloodshot eyes.
Oh, but what if you brush your teeth while you're in the shower?
Those people are gods. Like...
Well, see, there you go then. Optimized for the apex of peoples.
Do you think... Like, would you actually consider Amicus the apex being? Is he... Would he brush his teeth in the shower?
Yeah.
No, he has the stupid, like, rinse.
Oh, true.
But if he had to, like, use a toothbrush, you know he wouldn't, because this is Amikins over here, you know.
Amy boy.
He's on Anakin's level of emperorship.
Anakin's level of emperorship. That's fair. When are we gonna watch Amicus kill the younglings?
Oh, let's go!
Oh, what kind of Jedi do you think he would be? Or would he be He wouldn't be a Sith. Amicus isn't evil. He's just stupid.
Aren't those the same thing? We never see a smart Sith in any of the movies.
Are you saying Maul was not?
Yes.
Are you saying the Emperor was not smart?
Yes.
I don't know. He stayed alive for a long time.
I'm still alive.
Yeah, but he went through several murders.
I've gone through several murders.
Have you? Which version am I speaking to?
I don't know. He shot at me in a, he stares at me in a way that he never has before. It's kind of surprising, like Alex had been, but rather than fear, Amicus simply looks empty, numb. Are you okay? I reach out, but Amicus turns his head away.
Away with you, ghost. Enough of your torment.
He keeps his head and turns away, eyes closed. Ghost, Amicus, it's me. I reach out and grab his face, but that seems to shock him as he jumps and turns to look me right in the eyes. I can tell that he's drunk, very drunk, but there's an extra distant look in his eyes, and I don't like. Amicus, what are you on? Did you take something? I hold his big head steady. Feeling the fullness of his cheeks in my hands, looking into his familiar eyes, no matter how glazed and unfocused they are. Then I find myself throwing my arm around his neck and leaning into his body, the reality of the situation crashing down on me all at once. Amicus gasps into my ear, as if my touch suddenly makes him realize that I'm real and that I'm here. Clumsily, he starts to stand up, pulling me up with him. It's difficult because I don't let go, almost getting lifted off my feet before I settle on letting go for just a moment to hug him lower. Around his body, pressing my head into his chest, hearing his heart hammering inside. Finally, he's able to get a grip on me and push me away despite my intention to cling to him forever. He holds me at arm's length, staring at me. I clutch. It's the thing you use to drive?
No, the little purse that women have. So like, so like a clutch, like, you know how there's like a purse with the string that...
Yeah.
A clutch is basically just that.
You know, I don't see women with, like, purses that much anymore. No. I see a lot of girls wearing, like, the mini backpack.
The tiny backpack is, like, definitely the thing.
That's the in thing right now.
My mom has a tiny backpack.
Yeah.
But she also has a purse because she's also an older woman. So she's trying to... My mom is definitely, like, the kind of woman to try to be hip. And it's really cute.
Get the cute new thing and be like, oh, I'll try this.
My mom tries to be hip.
And then, like, after a month, go back to basics.
Yeah, but she tries.
But she'll try it.
Yeah. You know? And if she likes it, it'll stick.
How big is her TikTok game?
She doesn't post TikToks, but she is on TikTok. Which, that's fine. I mean, my mom's only... What year is it? 22.
Really?
My mom's only 52.
Okay.
So she's pretty young still.
I clutch my paw on my shoulder. Yeah. Wait, I clutch his paw. Oh, okay, I get it. Yes, yes. Staring up at him, feeling my eyes start to water.
Is this possible? No. Please, I can't handle another hallucination.
Stop drinking, then. His expression keeps morphing from hope and awe to uh, devastation. Devastation.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel his paw drip to my shoulders tightly, almost painfully, as if to make sure I'm real. It's me. I woke up in the garden for some reason. I'm okay. I want to hug him again, but he keeps holding me away, looking me up and down, pushing my hair back, and feeling my crusty skin.
Oh yeah, he's covered in like
Scabs
yellow
and shit.
scabs and shit.
Yeah.
But how?
I don't know. I just remembered having crazy dreams. Then I was in the garden. As I'm talking, I think Amicus is finally believing it's me. And I notice that his body is starting to sway in a worrying manner. Amicus?
Down he goes.
I reach out to steady him, but as I do, his eyes roll back, and I realize there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to keep a wolf over twice my weight from toppling over.
Yep.
I try anyway, wrapping my arms around him as Amicus falls backwards, his bulk pulling me down with him before he falls back first onto his bedside table, sending bottles flying while his upper back and head smash into the wall.
Oops.
My fall is absorbed by his much softer front, yes. But the sound is loud, the room shaking and probably waking up the entire palace. Waking the wolf up the second time is a lot easier, probably because he'd fainted rather than pass out from too much wine. We're at least able to move onto the bed, where Amicus sits cross-legged, pulling me onto his lap and just holding me there, his paws moving around my body, still trying to make sure that I'm real. For a moment, we don't talk. The wolf just presses his nose to my hair, and I'm breathing in deeply. I feel a little self-conscious, knowing I must not smell very good right now. But that doesn't seem to bother Amicus, as he goes on pressing his nose to my head and neck, taking in my scent. Finally, he does speak, but it's one word.
How?
I turn my head towards the wolf, resting my cheek around his neck. I don't know. I don't really even know what happened to me.
You got sick. So sick. You were having convulsions, brain and nerve damage. It was terrible.
Amicus's arms tighten around me. His voice, normally deep and strong, now sounds weak and broken. This statement worries me, though, and I have to wonder if I really am better. There seems to be patches missing from my memory, but I do feel different, like I'm not fully myself. But I don't really want to think about that right now. I think I remember a little bit of that. I lift my my arm up, showing Amicus the shiny, crusty scab on my arm.
It was aviapox. I can't believe I didn't consider the possibility of disease and illness for you. I'm just so used to the idea of any new arrival on Adastra going through that process. Obviously, we did it a bit differently.
Yeah?
And honestly, I'm not even sure I'd have you do it. I don't know if you'd react differently to those vaccinations. Each species has their own customized cocktail. And aviapox isn't included in the vaccination set. It's such a mild virus, we'd never seen anyone react to it the way you did, even other primates.
I think back to how quickly I became sick, and how quickly I almost died. I notice Amicus looking down at me again, and I look back up at him. What? Amicus shakes his head.
I'm just still trying to make sure you're here. That you're real. I'm afraid if I let go, if I even look away, you'll disappear.
His arms tighten around me again, squeezing a huff of a breath out of me. I'm here, I promise.
Well, I've had a lot of hallucinations. Too many stress tablets, I think.
Stress tablets?
Yes, quite a few of them, in fact.
with wine.
Oh, yes.
Amicus.
You fucking dum-dum.
I don't really know what these stress tablets are, but I imagine mixing some Space Xanax with alcohol is a horrible idea. Amicus doesn't seem bothered by my reprimand, though. Instead, just snuggling closer to me, his crusty face fur prickling against my skin.
I love you, Marco.
I get that familiar swooping feeling in my chest, like I'm on a roller coaster. I clutch onto his arms. I love you too. Amicus sighs and sets his chin on my head.
I thought I'd missed the opportunity to say it. I still can't believe you're real.
Well, I am, I promise.
But I still don't understand how. This shouldn't be possible. You were declared to be in a permanent coma, no brain activity. I had to set you out in the garden and only hope for a miracle.
Miracle? Amicus lets out a shaky sigh, running his fingers through my hair.
When a sapient falls into such a state, we simply let them fade away in a peaceful setting, or possibly recover if the parent allows it. I sat out there for a while, but couldn't bear to see you waste away, so came back to my room to drink and prepare for the emperorship.
I imagine Amicus laying those flowers around me, and I feel my heart break a little.
Did the parents come to you? Is that why you're here? I had hoped they would.
I shrug. I really can't remember much.
It does not matter. My prayers were answered, praise the gods.
Angus starts to smother me again with his hugging. Little bits of imagery from my dream is starting to come back to me. It's something that happened in space. Someone talking to me.
And judging by the only human I know, your people are full of surprises. But we can figure it out later. I just want to hold you right now.
Okay.
And Marco?
Yeah?
Please try to avoid mentioning that I lost consciousness when I saw you.
Of course. So we sit there for a while longer, while Amicus just sort of cuddles with me. After about an hour, we finally decide to move to the shower, considering the state we're both in. We shower together, taking turns scrubbing each other. The hot water really brings life back into my limbs, and those worrying tingles had faded to the point where I'm barely noticing them now. Amicus gently rubs on at my crusted skin, and we're both surprised to come to see it come away, exposing new, unblemished skin underneath.
Incredible. I never knew humans healed at such a rate. He's got the healing factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really the case, but my mind continues to wander back to those vague, hard to remember dreams I was having. Meanwhile, Amicus leans back against the wall as I rub soap into his front, smiling gently as I lather up his chest. I can tell he's still faintly drunk, but that doesn't stop his cock from becoming fully erect between us. Now I just pretend not to notice. His eyes widen as if he suddenly realized something.
Wait, did anyone else notice you?
I pause, both my hands cupping his sizable pecs. Yeah, actually. Alex was in the garden, and I talked to him.
Just Alex?
Yeah. Amicus seems to relax a bit.
What did he say?
Just seemed really surprised.
Unsurprising.
But he was acting a little weird. Amicus shrugs.
He keeps things to himself for the most part. I'd be worried if you ran into Kado, or Cassius especially. I need to think of a way to explain this to them. This simian guise is becoming harder to keep up.
I'm about to mention more about Alex's demeanor, but that's when Amicus just starts hugging me again, his dick hot and firm, crushing between us as he does.
So, was he poisoned, like intentionally? Big thinky.
Is it? Okay.
Big brain hours right now.
I don't care, though, and Amicus doesn't seem to either.
I don't understand any of this right now, but as long as it's real, I don't care.
It feels so good. Feels so good like this. His wet fur slicked down tightly to his thick body, which presses against me perfectly. Amicus finally shuts off the water, and we're blasted with hot air. I'm dried in less than a minute, and I stumble out to try and fix my poofy hair in the mirror while Amicus stands in the shower, tall for a little while longer. After another few minutes, I watch him step out and come behind me to nuzzle my ears, embrace me once again. He really can't keep his paws off me, but I completely understand why. He starts nudging me out into the bedroom before turning me around to face him, lowering his face to mine, and I realize where this is going. It feels so sudden, especially after everything that's happened. I think we could use more time to adjust, but I kiss back anyway. We've kissed a few times before, but only with our lips. Now his tongue presses against my mouth, and I only hesitate for a moment before letting it in. The thinner, longer tongue caresses mine with a surprising nimble strength. I thought it would be kind of hard to make out with the way his muzzle is shaped, but Amicus makes it happen. His lips clamping around my mouth as he kisses deeper. I'm amazed how bold he's being, and I wonder if maybe it's because he's still pretty inebriated. Inebriated.
It means he's drunk.
Yeah. He cradles my head gently, walking me backwards slowly, his cock poking against my groin and thighs occasionally until I come against the bed. And gently he lowers me down to rest on my back. Both paws coming to press in on either side of my shoulders while he looms over me, grinning before he pauses.
Is this okay?
I think. I mean, are you okay? We can wait until tomorrow when you're less drunk. He grins again.
I've been wanting to do this for so long, to show you how much I love you.
Amicus leans down, nuzzling my neck.
I thought I'd missed the chance. I can't tell you how dark these past 3 days have been for me. I ran out of tears yesterday. Oh, so it's been 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not so bad. Wow, how the Jesus imagery is very strong.
Stop. Amicus looks away for a moment.
I'm not going to miss the chance now.
I reach up and hold his hand steady again before I lean up to kiss him. This may be alcohol fueled, it may be sudden, but after everything that's happened, after what Amicus had been through, I want us to be able to do this before anything else happens. He huffs loudly through his nose, the burst of hot air tickling my face as he falls to the bed, rolling to the side to pull me on top of him. His massive, soft body cushions me like it always does, rising and falling with his quickening breaths, his kisses becoming more and more aggressive as he lets out little groans and snarls. All the reservations I had about having sex with an alien wolf falls away at that moment. After everything that happened, and especially after almost dying, I just don't care anymore.
Sometimes you just need to get a nut off if you almost died, you know?
Alright. We grind against each other, both of us, hard now, as we just explore each other's bodies. His giant paws sliding up and down my sides, while I do the same to him. Eventually I sit up, straddling his waist, looking down at him, just sort of taking him in. Again, he has that silly grin on his face, his paws on my hips, kneading at the skin and muscles.
You're beautiful.
And that makes me laugh. Beautiful? Well, you're adorable. Amicus raises an eyebrow.
I'm not sure that's the correct descriptor for the next Emperor of Adastra.
I lean forward and aggressively rub at his belly, his weak spot, immediately neutralizing his snark as his paws flop back above his head, eyes almost rolling with pleasure before he squeezes them shut. He writhes and aches around my hands, leaning into the rub as I slide my hands up to his chest, then all the way down to his lower stomach. When that happens, I feel his dick jump against my rear, making me realize how hard I'm getting him. I'm getting the same way as I make the strong, thick body below me undulate with pleasure. His head rolls from side to side, a tongue flopping back and forth, and when I giggle at him, that seems to finally bring him out of his trance. He growls and grips my arm.
That is cheating.
With that, he rolls me over, easily reversing our positions as he mounts me, pinning my hands above my head with one paw. With his other, he tries to rub at my stomach, which makes me laugh and squirm until he finally lets go. That doesn't work on primates.
Seemed like it worked well to me.
He lets go of my hands and leans down to nuzzle at my face, his cold nose exploring my chin, cheeks, and forehead. And then he starts to adjust his positioning before he suddenly stops looking up at me. His ears lower, and I can tell that he's embarrassed. What?
Do you humans, for males, do you go through the rear?
Oh. I think about that. That would be the expected route, but looking at Amicus's length. The wolf follows my gaze and looks even more embarrassed.
We don't have to. I don't want to hurt you, of course. Don't be a coward, Marco.
I prop myself up on my elbows, looking between the two of us. Yeah, maybe some other time. You're kind of thick.
Gotta get the lube. Coward.
Amicus smirks.
Thank you.
He starts adjusting himself again, splatting as he sort of waddles up so that our dicks are parallel to each other.
Maybe this?
He slowly lowers himself until we make contact.
Oh, we actually see, like, body.
A little bit.
Oh, so he's white. Of course he's white.
Okay. Do I want to keep going?
I don't know. Do you?
Yeah, I want to get to a scene where there's no cock, just so I can only have to edit one video.
Fair enough. Well, do you think there's going to be more in this? Do you think there's going to be more?
Well, like, they're both naked.
I know, but I guess we'll probably see his portrait again, huh?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Even though I'm a bit out of breath, I'm kind of amused at how much Amicus is gasping, sounding like he just ran a marathon. He really put everything into that.
You.
I hold his head against mine, turning to kiss him on the cheek. Me?
You are incredible.
Thanks. You're really something, too.
Good something?
A very good something. We lay there quietly for a moment, Amicus propping himself up for a bit on his knees and elbows, so his entire weight doesn't rest on top of me. How are your legs?
Burning. Probably the most intense exercise my thighs have ever been through, but it was worth it.
Again, we lay there quietly, as Amicus just sort of strokes my hair.
I'm still terrified that this is a dream.
I hug him more tightly to my body, almost forcing him to fall on top of me. I'm here, and I'll be here in the morning when you wake up.
You'd better, otherwise I'll never forgive you.
His speech slurs a bit as he whispers into my ear. I look at him. So exactly how drunk are you? The wolf shrugs, slowly rolling off of me, cool air hitting the fluids on my stomach.
I'm finally sober now. Shall we wash up? See, you were right. We were
Yeah.
gonna see it.
He reaches out a paw, and I take it, slightly surprised as yes, as he pulls me up to be carried in his arms, like I'm his new bride. We go to the shower and wash up again, even more slowly than we did the first time. When we come back to the bedroom, Amicus continues to dote over me, hardly ever letting me go at any point. I can tell that he is legitimately worried that this isn't real, and I feel the same way. After everything that's happened, this doesn't seem possible. Eventually, I lay in the bed next to him, and he spoons me tightly against his body. He's extremely warm, but with no blanket and the cold air drafting down on top of us, it's perfect. Pretty soon, I'm drifting off to sleep, silently listening to the wolf's soft snores in my ear. Thankfully, I don't dream.
Well, all right then.
Get up.
Oh boy.
I jump at the same time. I feel Amicus jolt against me. We both struggle to sit up while putting the covers up around us.
Get out of the bed.
The jarring appearance of Kato has me staring at him in surprise, unsure of what to do. Amicus immediately moves, though, pulling me off the bed with him, standing slightly in front of me as he hands me the blanket to cover myself up. We stare at Kato, the old wolf actually shaking with fury.
Make yourself decent, Amicus.
Amicus hurriedly snatches up underwear from the dresser, giving me one of my own as well. As I'm struggling to tie mine, I notice Cassius standing in the doorway, something shiny and flashing with light in his paw. I guess this is probably a good place to stop here. Yeah,
Probably so.
Yeah.
Shit's happening.
Well, they got their clothes now. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We got it.
We'll see you around, everyone.